Free centre holidays. Hello everybody, it's Tom here from the Company Code, author, educator, and public speaker. Today I'm going to talk about the idea of a free centre holiday and what the pros and cons are, what I think they are, and how you may or may not want to pursue this as a particular holiday type. Okay, this is something I have done twice now, back in 2008 and then again in 2010. Okay, both times going over to America. It's nice to have such a wide package on such a great country, but I will go through my experience and you can make up your own mind from this, whether it's something you'd like to do or not. And don't worry if not, at the end of the day, it's there to be experienced like anything. Okay, so what are my initial thoughts of a free centre holiday? Well, a free centre holiday, first of all, where it fits in with you is really down to what you ultimately want from a holiday. Okay, so if you're somebody that goes on holiday and doesn't really have any desire to leave the resort and to just sit by the pool all day or go down on the beach and not move for 2 weeks, it's probably not for you, because with the free centre thing, you're going to be moving around, okay? You're going to be going to different countries or different parts of the country, should I say, in this case. And with that is upheaval. You're never settling into a location for very, very long, really. I think the longest we was in a location in the 2 times that I've been on a free centre holiday was about 5 days maximum. That's not a lot of time, really. However, it is part and part of the deal. When you're going on a free centre holiday, you've only got XYZ length of time, maybe 3 weeks, 2 weeks, and you've got 3 destinations to fit in. So how do you go about doing that? Well, first time I went on a free centre holiday, it was for my cousin's wedding back in 2008. Lisa, she got married in Las Vegas. So our first leg of the tour was a trip down to Mexico, to Cancun. We'd been 4 years previous, so it wasn't a new thing for us. And we went spring break. In hindsight, I'm not sure that was a good idea, but to each their own, it's all one. Everyone's different in their take on things. So, we were there for a few days. I think it was about 4 days, if memory serves. And then we went from there, we flew over to Las Vegas. And we were there probably another 3-4 days maximum, okay? With that as well, obviously the hustle and bustle of a wedding, and like pretty much the whole day of the wedding was a day that we didn't really do any of the stuff you do when you're on holiday. Let's be honest. If you're dedicating a whole day to someone's wedding celebration, the last thing you're going to go and do is go sightseeing. It just doesn't work like that. Obviously, you can take in the sights when you're round in a limo or whatever, not an issue. However, it is not really something that can be more part of your holiday. It's part of your holiday, but you're not having a holiday, if that makes sense, if you're there for something like that. So it is what it is. Yeah. So we went over to the third part of that free centre, and that was New York City. Now, New York City, as you know, is city break, is typical city break. Hustle and bustle, fast paced, and lots of sightseeing, which is great. As I said in one of my previous videos, it's incredibly exhausting. So depending on what it is you're doing in the free centre holiday, be prepared for the small downtime you will get, and be prepared for the exploration and the moving around, and know that I wouldn't say you'd need a holiday to get over it, not at all, but you may be of that opinion at some point through the time that you're there, because obviously you're moving around a lot, you're doing a lot, and you're probably feeling like it's not really been as much as a holiday as I'd like it to be. But again, that comes down to your perception. As I said earlier, if you're someone that just wants to chill when you go on holiday because you feel your daily life is stressful and you feel the only way to unwind is just get away from it all, that's totally cool. But be very mindful of what a free centre holiday is. it is a lot of movement. It is a lot of going here, there, and everywhere. And you are only in certain places for a certain length of time. I know for a fact, my parents really loved San Francisco. That was the second free centre holiday. We went to San Francisco, Las Vegas, and then to LA. It's known as the Golden Triangle. That's the actual shape that it makes. So I know for a fact they'd have happily stayed in San Francisco for a few more days. They really loved the location. They weren't so keen on it, Los Angeles, not at all. Obviously Vegas, we've been a few times. Well, that was my second time going. So they knew what to expect with Vegas. And I think because we'd been to Vegas before and been on someone's wedding and perhaps not had as much time to explore as we'd have liked, they probably appreciated the second time for a different sort of lens, if you like, of looking at it. So when you go on a free centre holiday, be prepared for the moving around, as I've said. Be prepared to explore, prepared to be going through time zones if you're going to different parts of a country, and try and like get into the flow of it, because it is pretty much a flowing experience. 3 days in New York is probably just shy. You probably want another day to fully see everything. I mean, we went and we didn't get to see Central Park and places like that, and I'd have liked to have gone to the art galleries and the museums. But that's me. That's not necessarily what my mum, dad, brother and sister would have wanted to have done. Again, everyone's wants for a holiday is different. So when the second time on a free centre, as I said, first time in San Francisco was really, really great. And my parents would have happily stayed. They liked the chilled vibe, they loved the sea, they loved the air coming off the ocean. I liked it a lot, and I did. They probably liked it more than what I did though. Maybe that was my age at the time, who knows. Then Las Vegas, we knew exactly what we were going to have there. And Vegas as a place is crazy, it's wild. It's a party place, There's a lot going on in that respect. And then Los Angeles, you have a nice mixture in Los Angeles. You have obviously the Disney part, you have Hollywood, and you have some very beautiful parts as well, and it's definitely food for thought if ever you want to do a holiday like that. There are multiple packages available, and they're quite popular from what I can gather, because you do get to see technically 3 holidays in one. But be under no illusions, this is not for everybody. Some of you might not like the idea of going from place to place to place. Some of you are quite happy probably to go on holiday, to sit on the beach or by the swimming pool, get lost in a book, work on your suntan for 2 or 3 hours, have a few drinks, have a dip in the pool, and then maybe go up to the room and down for your evening meal. And then the next day you do that again and again and again and again and again and again. If that's you, that's totally cool. Personally, my take is I like a mixture of when I'm on holiday. I like to unwind and relax, of course. Who doesn't? But I also like to create memories, take photographs, and get an idea and a feel of the culture that I'm in, okay? And that does mean that you have to move around. Simply does. So you're getting both, depending on the duration of where you're staying and where you're staying and what point, obviously. So have a long think if that's something you'd like to do. And if not, don't worry about it, but definitely it's an experience, and one that you may enjoy depending on where you're going, okay? That's my take on it. Second video of the week. Thank you all ever so much for watching. Really appreciate your time and your energy spent on my channel. Thank you kindly. Second video of the week, as I said, put down in the comment section below, is a free centre holiday something that would interest you? Is it something you've been on? What was your experience of it? Remember to hit that subscribe button down below, leave a thumbs up and a like, and let's hear that bell go ding dong so you know my next content's out. Until then guys, I'll be back end of the week with my last video, and until then I want you to all take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and bye for now.